Hey guys, I'm back for some more Art of War 3, and we'll be playing another All By Chance tournament battle on the map The New World. Uh, this is one of my favorite maps, but it's very rarely seen in normal PvP battles. Okay, and so let's start it off with a gold scout boost, since this is a tournament. Okay, and we can see that the enemy is also using a gold scout boost, and so I become wary of this, and I know he's getting serious into battle. Okay, and so we have to capture this flag because, of course, as I said in my earlier video, the flag furthest away from both you and your opponent's base will be the most important. And so I send in my first few coyotes to this flag. And we can see the first fortress coming in at the second minute mark. And so as a response, I am forced to upgrade my assault vehicle factory in order to more effectively combat these heavy vehicles that are present. Of course, I keep 2 riflemen here as scouts because this flag will be making containers. This flag will provide CP, and that's kind of useful. And this flag will give you a heavy reinforcement. Okay, and this is the first wave of heavy reinforcements. And as time goes on, the flag will level up and give us stronger reinforcements. Well, anyways, let's see what happens as of now. Okay, and so when I saw this, I actually got kind of a little bit scared because I thought he's gonna rush me, and so I built a avia factory to start production of dragonflies, since dragonflies are a pretty decent counter to hammers. And I start production of armadillos from 2 factories instead of just 1. But then after realizing he's not really moving his troops anywhere, I upgrade my avia factory to level 2 and build an airfield, so I can produce some hawks, because hawks are really useful in map control. Okay, and so I'm outnumbered severely, and so yeah, I send in some riflemen to flank him, but he has fortresses, which I'm not sure why he's not using the flamethrower, and yeah, there it is. Okay, I send in some more armadillos when support arrives of these armadillos. Luckily, the flag leveled up and gave me a stronger reinforcement of 1 jaguar. Although this may not sound much, I mean, these are just a couple of hammers and some fortresses, so that is a pretty good reinforcement. Okay. And so as my last armadillo dies off, we can see that there's containers being collected, and so he falls back to this flag because he knows he cannot attack my base, and so he probably thought, why not just get a couple resources along the way. Okay, so let's fast forward, and we can see there's a ton of units here. It looks like he's regrouping units from this ramp and sending more units over here. And since each flag does give a slight attack bonus, he's utilizing this attack bonus to strengthen the armament of his troops. And so when that jaguar dies, more reinforcements are coming in, and I am getting almost a full airfield full of hawks. And so that'll be useful when combating these ground troops. Okay, and so I send in 1 hawk to scout the enemy base, and wow. I think this is going to be an easy battle, as long as he doesn't upgrade to the 3rd level of HQ, I'll be able to out-tech him with hawks and basically an extra supply center, because he only has 4 supply centers, and HQ2 allows for a maximum of 5 supply centers, while I already have a solid 6 supply centers built. So I'm out producing him in supply. But if you take a close look here, these hammers are maxed, and they seem really strong to these armadillos. These armadillos are barely doing anything. And look at that range. This hammer fired against this armadillo without any of these armadillos firing back. And so I know that these hammers are much better upgraded than my own armadillos. And seeing how all the hammers are firing at once and my armadillos are getting outmatched very quickly because of the long range. I did not expect his hammers to have such long range against my armadillos. Okay, so I guess he's using a vehicle attack boost, which grants him that extra range. And since I do not use gold boosts that often, yeah, that's kind of a problem. Okay, and so because of that, I am forced to use my hawks. And I will kill the typhoons first and foremost, because typhoons will instantly shred my hawks if I do not do that. Okay, so maneuvering very carefully to make sure I do not fall into the fire of these typhoons too much. Of course, using that attack boost to gain me a little bit of speed. And as his hammers go into my base, his hammers are actually getting weak. And the splash damage of my hawks is killing them very fast. Of course, now I'm producing dragonflies as an emergency measures, just in case he is able to destroy heavy infrastructure of my base. Of course, I have to use a common production boost to speed up the production of my units. And then I switch to aviation servicing boost so I can get those hawks back up in the air to provide air support as fast as possible. And luckily, more reinforcements have arrived to my rescue. And so, outclassed, he has to run away because he can't combat these two jaguars that easily. Okay, and so, wow, that typhoon almost, my dragonfly barely survived that typhoon attack. And I just realized he got this HQ recaptured, and that's pretty bad, because if max CP worth of hammers are very hard to counter, especially because hammers are 2 CP and armadillos are 3. So we have to capture this, otherwise he might just outnumber us by a lot. Making sure to see what he's doing, I have to scout him from time to time. Okay, so he's still doing his normal production of typhoons, hammers, but this time coming in to recapture this flag, which I don't think is a big kind of concern at this moment, especially when my allied troops from here will cause him tension. And look how kind of strong these hammers are. Usually it only takes 3 to 4 jaguars to instantly take down a hammer. In this case, it took almost 5. So, yeah. He's definitely not a normal ranking player. Especially if he can only survive on 4 supply centers while producing so many units at the same time. Okay. And so, my reinforcements are taking down a lot of units. Technically, it is free damage, because he hasn't really came in to assault this flag. And just as a precaution, you have to lay mines. if this guy doesn't have any Zeus or Torrents to force fire and explode these mines, it's going to take him some time to use Fortress to deactivate the mines, and so that might be at a disadvantage for him. Okay, I scout this area with Hawks so I can move in these troops to capture the flag and get some more containers. Of course, I don't go for the Navy, although there are plenty of containers. I don't go for the Navy because I fear that he, in response, might go for a Navy as well. And since my Navy is weak, I cannot really combat other Navy players. Okay, sending all my troops over to this flag to hold it and capture containers. Okay, and so, yeah, my reinforcements are doing a good job taking down the hammers. Alright, so I send in more troops, just in case. This flag will not give him any CP advantages as my armadillo moves in and prevents the hammer from capturing the flag. So yeah, tough luck. And so collecting more containers, I move in a little bit, and once my reinforcements come in to keep these hammers at bay, I put on vehicle scouting boost and start moving these armadillos because I saw no units here, and so we have to take advantage of the lessly defended base. Okay, and so now I switch to a gold attack boost and take down the factories. And at this point, it's practically a good game. He has no barracks to build emergency units, nor does he have any defensive buildings, and he's not producing any units. So yeah, good game. He should have either kept this flag or assaulted this flag, but not doing that costed him the battle. And so, good game.